How are these men real? How are they real?
I don't date men anymore. I don't see them as people.
Men are tired.
Man needs stopped.
Why did
It is a subsection of men who are choosing extinction over evolution.
I hate them! I hate them! I need them off the streets. I need them off the road. I need them on the highway. I need them out of my town. I need them out of my country.
Men are so feminine.
I'm gonna be put in a psych ward!
Not a loneliness epidemic. It is a subsection of men who are choosing extinction over evolution. Species that don't adapt die off. Members of species that don't adapt die off. And women have progressed. We have evolved. We have set a new standard for our expectation in the society in which we live. And the men who are stomping their feet and saying, "No, I don't want to," are not even getting left behind. They're choosing not to step forward with us. Women are asking for emotional fluency, collaboration instead of control, protection without the need for domination, and enough security in your manhood to say that women can also lead. And the men who are refusing to adapt to that are simply refusing. To say that women can also lead.
Where do we even start with this woman? She's saying that men are going extinct, so we're basically going to unalive because we don't want to be in a relationship. That's the first crazy thing she said. Then she said women want to lead, which they don't even want to do. They want to be in their femininity. You can't be feminine and lead at the same time. It doesn't even make sense. And I think she's got bigger problems anyway. You know where she's got to go, right?
Go to the fucking gym.
I don't date men anymore. I don't see them as people.
I don't believe that they should even be allowed to vote.
Yeah. That's why we're in this situation, because they're voting.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I actually don't think that they should be allowed to vote. I feel there should be a program
They start off in jail.
Yes. Like start off in jail. Start off with no rights. You actually get none. And then you can earn them.
Get the fuck up in 2024!
Can someone please tell me what happened to like the slutty men, the fun and slutty men? Because I feel like, I mean, obviously I know what happened to them, kind of, but like, why is that not a genre of men anymore? Like, those men were always the most interesting and like fun to be around, and sure, they were a little chaotic and they might have like broken your heart, but you look back on those times and you're like, wow, that was really fun. Now they're just boring and all red-pilled, and I don't know, like, you guys are really on to something with like the sluttiness.
Whore.
You're a fucking slut. You're a slut.
If she's lucky enough to ever get married, you know what her future husband's going to do once he sees this, right? Run!
And before anybody says that I've taken it upon myself to like share this story, yes I have, because at the end of the day more women have came forward since I've shared about it, and this man needs stopped, and the messages that I've seen from him today to other women is vile, and it can't continue. And I just want to raise awareness to anybody who's online dating and on Hinge, and I was going to say in the Manchester area, but it's not, it's all over the UK from what I can gather. And you know, just hope that you don't have to go through it, your friends don't have to go through this experience with this man.
What the hell is even that?
There is no male loneliness epidemic. It is a loser epidemic. Men would rather be alone than to evolve and change, than to recognize, wait, maybe I had it wrong. Maybe there's something I need to change. If you can't get a woman because none of them want to be with you, maybe try and figure out why. Instead of making women the problem, saying that their standards are too high, maybe try and figure out why they don't want to be with you. What is it about you that maybe needs to change in order for a woman to want you? And they'll say, oh, there's no more good women left. Women are not like what they used to be. Women used to spend their days in the kitchen. Women only cared about taking care of the house and the kids. Oh yeah, and also women used to take our beatings. Women used to stay quiet. Women didn't complain. Women didn't think they could get better. Women didn't have confidence and self-worth and weren't able to speak up for themselves. And that suited you. That's the kind of person you wanted. If you love your mum's generation so much, cool, maybe marry one of her single friends. Women are not the problem. They have just woken up and realized they deserve better, that they don't actually need anything from these men, and they're only going to accept a man in their life if the man can make their life better. And if you cannot do that, you will not be chosen. If you can't level up and be the kind of man that women of this day and age want, you won't get to have a woman in this day and age. Your tricks are not working anymore. The internalized misogyny, the oppression, all of that is not working anymore. Women are waking up from it. Women are healing. Women are learning to love themselves and their own company. Women are learning to support and love each other and have communities and have friendships that are valuable and fulfilling. We now know that getting married and having children is a choice, that you don't have to do that, that is not what makes you successful or fulfilled in life. In fact, having kids when you haven't healed yourself and you don't know your own worth is actually the problem. It's why so many, if not all of us, have childhood traumas, have issues. What's happening right now is very normal. It's called evolution. It's happened many times before. When conditions change in the world, you either evolve to survive or you get left behind. This is evolution. Instead of complaining about it, evolve.
She thought she was cooking because she was speaking fast. The moment that she said women are not the problem, I just knew she's a feminist, and everything she started naming after that. Misogyny, it ain't gonna work, etc. Listen, she's never gonna understand, and she's gonna end up with cats and dogs, which is fine. Or she's gonna end up with a simp. She doesn't understand that the standards have gone up for women, not in a sense of the rights. She's getting the rights and the standards mixed up. She's saying, look, we've got all these rights now, but she's putting that as standards. Women's got all of these standards. Men can't keep up. You got to evolve. No, the rights that you've got now are different than the rights you had before. I agree, but the standards are even delusional. $200K you got to be making a year. Take me on a date. It's got to cost $1,000. It's crazy. And she's going to end up with cats. And whoever she does end up with, you know what's going to happen one day. They're just going to wake up and tell her, it's time to go!
How are these men real? How are they real? I'm going to be put in a fucking psych ward! They're all evil. They're all fucking evil. They manipulate you. It's all a game to them. Why did... This isn't a joke anymore. We need to stop saying boys are just stupid. They know how to play They know how to play this fucking silly little games to have you on the fucking string. This is not an exaggeration either.
Chill. Yeah, hold on.
I tell you that bitch crazy.
Ladies, the more elegant you look and the more educated and intelligent you sound, the smaller your dating pool is going to be, because as much as I hate to say this, we are living in a generation full of Peter Pans and full of fuckboys, and a lot of these guys might not be committing to you and pursuing you because they perceive you as being too difficult. See, they know that you're not going to tolerate mind games. They know that you're going to require more than the bare minimum. They know that you're not going to be easy to spring into bed with, and you're going to come with standards, and they themselves do not want to rise to that occasion. So they would rather choose a woman who is of lesser caliber, because that woman is going to put up with that. That woman is not going to...
We don't care. Let me tell you, we don't care.
Hi guys. A lot of women's absolute worst nightmare is the day when men wake up and realize their worth. Men are now checking out of relationships that no longer serve as assets to their life, but rather liabilities. Men are seeing the lack of gratitude and minimal to no reciprocity they encounter on a consistent basis from the other side. Men are struggling to keep up, and they're sick and tired of having to prove themselves over and over and over again just to ensure the love and the loyalty of their woman. Masculine men are the guarding walls of our society, and they've done an outstanding job holding it together, even though they've been continuously shamed and ridiculed for the very qualities that make them men. A man wants his woman to be a place of solace and refuge, not another battle he has to fight.
let's go home! Let's go home, ladies and gentlemen! Let's go home! Let's go!
You smart. You very smart.
No, males are not choosing,
Oh, yes, they are.
but I do find it hilarious how they are all like, yeah, we're done with women. That's why we're all single, because we chose to be done with women.
You know, if someone tells you something often enough, maybe you should start believing them, because, yeah, a lot of men are just completely done with dating.
You guys didn't choose that. You know you didn't choose that.
Oh, but they did. What exactly is so hard to believe about that?
You know that right now women are becoming really picky and not choosing men that all they do is bring a paycheck.
Like I said before, there's a lot of women that are very upset that a lot of guys are actually choosing to be single because they want all of the power for themselves and to be able to dictate who they date. it is incomprehensible to some that guys actually can choose who to date.
Although there are still women out there who will accept that. And I suggest you go find them and leave us alone.
Oh, I don't think that'll be a problem at all. Because it's almost like personality types similar to some that we've just seen are almost the very reasons why a lot of guys are choosing to remain single.
Keep correcting me, telling me that it's Cybertruck and not Tesla truck. I don't fucking care. I don't care what it's called. I hate them. I hate them. I need them off the streets. I need them off the road. I need them off the highway. I need them out of my town. I need them out of my country. Fuck. I'm so sick of them. I'm so sick of Tesla trucks. Cybertrucks. Fuck.
Chill. Just the other day, I recently had a client, a female client. She asked me, Miss Anita, you know, men, they're not enthralled with women anymore. They don't approach in public. They don't chase women. They're not obsessed with women. They don't see our magic. Why do you think that is? And I responded, because we don't see our own magic. We spend so much time adorning the outside of ourselves that we have lost our ability to have inner magnetism, inner femininity, inner feminine power. Feminine power is not performative. It's not something that you have to put on. So between all of the BBL surgeries and the weaves and the wigs and the makeup and the lip filler, like you all think that is what femininity is. It is something deep down inside of you that every woman, I believe, possesses, but they never really activate, especially now in this modern day world. It is your intuition. It is your ability to nurture things like your babies and your plants and your pets. It is your softness. It is your knowing. And that is actually why men, they don't see that in women anymore. They see, really, if I'm being honest, they see themselves. You all have become a mirror to a man, and not in a good way.
I was like, man, this is like kind of good. I ain't even gonna lie.
She hit the nail right on the head. And her being a dating coach, hopefully she can coach a lot of these women and turn them back into being feminine and drop out all of this boss babe, independent bullshit that they're dealing with, because it's not going to get them nowhere. And all that's going to do is make every man come have a good night with them and then run.
Can I just say something? What has happened to masculine men? I feel like nowadays men are so feminine. They are so passive. They are so overly emotional. They want to be chased. They want to be pursued. Like, what has happened to masculinity? And it's now pushing women to become more masculine because they're seeing how emotional the men are. And they're like, well, this guy's not going to be able to protect me. This guy's not going to be able to lead. This guy's not going to be able to problem solve. Women are attracted to strength. They are attracted to disciplined masculine men who have high levels of self-respect. So many of these men have just turned into little bitches. Like, they want to be chased, they want to be pursued. They're still resting and sitting in their feminine energy, and they're wondering why their testosterone levels are low, why they have problems with women, and that's why you're not masculine.
I'll see myself out.
A lot of women don't realize this, but a lot of men aren't emotionally unavailable. They're just done being used. We all know a man that has been used for everything that he has. Men know of friends, family that have been used. And yet it's still something that's constantly invalidated by women. I see so many videos every single day. Why are you worried about gold diggers when you have no gold to dig? Maybe because he doesn't want to lose what he does have. Maybe it's not about him having a lot of assets. Even everyday men get tricked into taking a woman out to a fancy restaurant. One that's not even interested in him. She just wanted a meal out of him. And that adds up quick. A lot of men have been in a relationship where she took everything she could get out of him and then just walks away and doesn't even care. And why would he want to date again, knowing he could go through that again and again and again? And not only that, but she's not even held accountable, because we see thousands of videos of women justifying this very behavior, justifying using men, saying it's not a big deal. If women had to deal with the exact same thing men do, we would lose it. We would be making so many videos calling out men for that. We shame men for just having expectations.
Sensational.